All right, now on to a historic sentence in Paulding County. 475 years behind bars for 57-year-old Vincent Burrell. He was found guilty on 103 charges. Prosecutors say it is the harshest penalty ever for dog fighting, and it was all from a tip from an Amazon driver. Right now, we're taking a look behind the scenes at how investigators uncovered this operation, the legal strategy that led to this unprecedented ruling, and the tiny survivor who became the face of hope. Joining us now is Caitlin Ross to tell us a little bit more about this story. And Caitlin, you talked to, first of all, good morning to you.
Good morning.
And you talked to the prosecutor exclusively.
I did, and this is such an interesting story. We really wanted to bring you behind the scenes because this is completely unprecedented. 475 years in prison. You've never even heard of that kind of a sentence for animal cruelty before. And that's why prosecutors say they really wanted to send a message. We brought Jessica Rock into 11 Alive. She was the prosecutor who worked on this case and explained behind the scenes how it all came together. This is how their investigation started, from a tip from an Amazon driver.
We actually originally got notified for this particular defendant with an Amazon driver who drove up in the driveway before a privacy fence was built, saw a lot of dogs in the backyard on these heavy chains, and made a report. And we started an investigation from there. When we see these types of yards set up the way that we do, it's all purposeful.
So Caitlin, they could have tried this case in a federal court, but they decided to do it locally in Paulding County. Why?
Exactly, and that's such a good question because federally they do have a lot more resources at their disposal, but when they decide to try these cases locally, it means the judges have a lot more sway about how much time people can get. So on the federal level, max sentence 5 years in prison, no matter how many dogs they have. On the local level, those sentences can be per dog. So in this case, there were 107 dogs removed from that property, and prosecutors really wanted to send a message that each one of these dogs was a victim and each one deserved justice.
Harm to animals has been something that we have really had to push people to understand that when there's harm to animals in a home, they're often not the only thing that's being harmed. And that is a big concern that the larger society really needs to understand. Usually these types of cases do not exist in and of themselves. Normally there's a lot more going on with people who are abusing animals.
How big of a problem is dog fighting here in Georgia?
There's only so many of us that are able to do this full time. And honestly, we can't keep up. There are a number of people that are under investigation right now. There are a number of cases waiting to be indicted that we've already done investigations on, and unfortunately it is very widespread. I get asked all the time, Jessica, how do you do this? And how have you done this for so many years? Because you see this side of humanity that a lot of people don't have to see. But it is these happy stories that make me smile, and I'm not going to say I forget about the bad, because I don't, and that's why we continue to pursue justice for these animals that are treated this way. But I do see the other side of it.
So tell us about Baby Shark. She really became the star of this entire story.
Our little emotional support dog on scene. We got her out of the cage that she was in the basement of the defendant's home, and she immediately just turned into a different dog. I mean, the photographs we have of her and her very sad face just being trapped in a cage, and then us giving her some attention, it changed who she was immediately.
Wow. Is Baby Shark still up for adoption?
Yes, Baby Shark is still available for adoption. She is at Friends of the Forlorn Pit Bull Rescue right now, and they are taking applications. She just needs to be the only dog in a home. But if you do end up adopting her, please send me pictures because she is so cute, and that smile is just priceless.
Wow, that is a survivor story right there. Thank you for joining us on The Take. Really appreciate that. Hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Absolutely.
And before you go, happy birthday.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yes, indeed.
It's my birthday.
Yeah, enjoy your birthday.